You know that feeling, right? When you have a perfect moment and you just wish you could make it last forever? Well, what if you could? How do you actually fight back against time itself? Over 400 years ago, the poet Edmund Spenser took on this exact problem in his famous Sonnet 75. And let me tell you, his answer is both beautiful and incredibly bold.
I mean, really think about it. It's such a human thing to do. We build these huge monuments, we snap endless photos, we pour our hearts into journals, all just to try and hit the pause button on time. Spenser dives right into this instinct, but he starts not with some grand gesture, but with a really simple, and as we're about to see, kind of frustrating, moment on a beach. You can just picture it, can't you? It's the sweet, romantic gesture, carving your love's name into the sand. You're trying to make a statement, declare something permanent. But nature doesn't really care. The waves just roll in and poof, it's gone. And with that one simple motion, the entire conflict of this amazing poem is set up.
Okay, so this isn't just about a cute romantic moment that didn't work out. This simple image, a name getting washed away, it kicks off this huge philosophical fight, the human desire for permanence versus the unstoppable march of time.
So on one side, you've got the poet's will, right? His absolute burning desire to make his love immortal. And on the other side, you have the ocean, relentless, indifferent, basically representing time and decay itself. It's the ultimate battle, the creative human spirit versus, well, total oblivion.
Now, what's cool is that Spenser is tapping into a really ancient Greek idea here called pantarei, which basically means everything flows. It's this concept that the entire universe is in a constant state of change. So those waves, they're not just water. They're a symbol of a universal law that says nothing, not even a declaration of love in the sand, can ever truly stay the same.
But wait, the poet isn't alone on this beach. His beloved is right there with him, and let's just say she is not impressed. She jumps in and becomes the voice of reason, or maybe the voice of cold, hard reality.
Oof, she calls him a vain man. Now that's a bit of a double whammy. It means he's being arrogant, but also that his effort is futile, or in vain. She's basically looking at him and saying, honey, what are you doing? You can't take a mortal thing and magically make it immortal. It's a pretty serious dose of realism.
And her argument is powerful because it's so obviously true, right? She's pointing out that just like her name in the sand, she herself is a physical person who's going to decay and, one day, be gone. Her entire perspective is what we'd call materialist. The physical world is all that exists, and everything in it, well, it's all temporary. So the poet could have just accepted her point. I mean, it's logical, you can see it with your own eyes, but it's also really, really bleak. Instead of giving up, he completely rejects her realism and makes one of the boldest promises in the history of literature.
You can just feel the energy shift, can't you? Not so, he yells back. He basically says, let ordinary baser things turn to dust. You're different. He claims his poetry, his verse, is going to make her virtues last forever, that she will live by fame. He's proposing a whole different kind of immortality, one you achieve through art. And this, right here, this is the heart of the whole poem. It's this direct clash between two totally different worldviews. For her, reality is what you can touch, and it's all temporary. For him, there's a higher, more real world that exists in art and in spirit, where the essential things like virtue and beauty can actually be captured and made to last forever. Now, this whole debate between the temporary and the eternal wasn't something Spenser just made up. He was stepping into a philosophical ring where for thousands of years, some of the most brilliant minds have been arguing both sides of this exact issue. The beloved skeptical realism has some serious heavy hitters on its team. She's channeling thinkers like Heraclitus with his whole everything flows idea, and Epicurus, who saw death as just a natural final end. Even way later, the philosopher David Hume would argue that our self is just a fleeting bundle of perceptions. So our argument has this powerful history that accepts impermanence as the final truth.
But the poet's defiant hope? Oh, it has its own all-star team too. He's totally channeling Plato, who believed that the pure idea of beauty or virtue was actually more real and eternal than any physical thing. And he's leaning on Aristotle, who saw art as this unique tool for capturing those universal truths and making them timeless for everyone.
And then, just when you think he's made his big point about art making you famous forever, he escalates his claim even further. It's not just about fame on earth anymore. He says his verse will literally write her name in the heavens. Whoa! This is a crucial move. He's blending the power of his own art with the promise of divine Christian immortality. So this all builds to the final two lines of the poem, the concluding couplet where Spenser makes his absolute grandest and most audacious claim of all.
Just let that sink in for a second. He says that even when death conquers the entire world, we're talking the apocalypse, the end of time itself, their love won't just survive. It will be renewed in a new life, an afterlife.
So, in the end, the poem goes way beyond a simple argument about earthly fame. The poet is claiming a total spiritual victory over death itself. He's arguing that their love, captured in his art and blessed by God, is a force stronger than the end of the universe. It's an incredible claim.
I mean, what an incredible journey to take in just 14 lines. We start with this tiny, futile act on a beach. That act sparks this deep debate between realism and idealism, and that debate gets resolved with this stunning, almost unbelievable promise that their love, through art and faith, is going to outlast the apocalypse.
You know, Spenser's poem really forces us to think about what actually matters. We live in this age of just endless digital stuff. Photos, posts, messages that somehow feel both permanent and instantly forgettable at the same time. And it makes the question Sonnet 75 asked over 400 years ago feel more urgent than ever. In the face of time's relentless waves, what do you and I believe is truly worth making eternal?